Hello and welcome to the Gadgets and Gizmos show on Headlines Today. I'm Siddharth Sharma, and over the next half an hour we've lined up for you guys some of the most interesting reviews and stories from the world of technology. But before we move ahead, let's tell you what's our lineup for this week. Octa smartphone space adds another one to the list. A new BlackBerry to save BlackBerry. And what's the big deal about enterprise tablets and why they may be an option for you? Now, computing power doubles up year on year. From a single core processor to 8 cores in your smart devices, the game of processing goes a notch up. This year has been touted as the year of octa-core smart devices, and adding another one to the list is from the house of Karbonn. It's called the Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus. But before we get you a review on this new smart device, let's tell you what the specs are like. Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus is an octa-core smartphone with a 1.7 GHz MT6592 processor backed by 2 GB of RAM. Up front, it sports a 5-inch Full HD IPS display. This is a dual SIM smartphone with a 16-megapixel rear camera with dual LED flash. Up front, there's an 8-megapixel camera for selfies. Octane Plus is powered by a 2000 mAh battery, runs on Android 4.4 KitKat, and is priced at Rs 19,490. Alright, those were the specs on the all-new Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus. So let's begin with a review of this new smartphone. Well, design-wise, it has a regular choco-block design to it with tapered edges, and the bottom of the phone curves very nicely. The design lines run very smoothly on the phone and integrates well with the body shell as well. This is a lightweight smartphone, has a plastic finish to it, and at the back the plastic is shiny and is of course a fingerprint magnet. This also attracts a lot of scratches. So design wise, the all new Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus is just a regular Joe. Now yes, it has the much loved 5-inch display that has pretty much become the standard on smartphones these days. It is a full HD display with a proper 1920 by 1080 pixels of resolution. But here's the irony of it. It doesn't feel like a full HD display. Especially under direct sunlight, it's a very highly reflective display. Under low lighting conditions, it is bright, but the color reproduction is just on the cooler side. You don't get that warm tones that you want to see in those images or even videos that you watch on a display of this resolution. Now add as many terms as you like, IPS, HD, but this just does not make it to the cut when it comes to the display on a smartphone that is almost worth 20,000 rupees. Now sure, it runs on a 1.7 GHz octa-core processor backed by 2 GB of RAM that promises lightning fast processing speed. But it does not perform as it promises on paper. For starters, it's loaded with a stock Android 4.4 KitKat operating system that should run smooth considering it has an octa-core processor on it, but then there are at times that you see a lot of lag even while you're switching windows. Multitasking is also a balancing act. Open too many apps and the phone starts to lag. And if you're in the limit of 4 to 6 apps opened in the background, well, you should be just fine on this one. Gaming wise also, it is just an average performer. There are frame drops that are seen in heavy graphic games, but then again, for a phone that is almost worth 20,000 rupees, you don't expect that. Performance wise, it does not even come as close to a Moto G, which actually runs on a quad-core processor and not on an octa-core processor. Now camera-wise, the Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus is just epic. It packs in a 16 megapixel primary camera with an LED flash. The image results are just brilliant, even in low lighting conditions. The throw of the flash is also pretty good as it lights up subjects very evenly. For selfie lovers, it's got a brilliant 8 megapixel front-facing camera to it that gives you crystal clear selfies every single time. The camera app is also pretty easy to navigate and use. And this is where the smartphone proves its worth over other smartphones in this price range. Now, battery-wise, the Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus has a mere 2000 milliampere battery that drains out really fast. Of course, it's an octa-core smartphone, and just to remind you, all the 8 cores work simultaneously, so it is a power-hungry smartphone. And fitting it with just a 2000 milliampere battery wasn't such a good idea by Karbonn over there. The battery saving mode is also not that great as well. So on a single charge, the phone will just last you for about 15 hours with heavy usage. For rupees 19,490, let me just sum up the Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus for you guys in one line. The octa-core processor on this one is not a deal maker. Neither are the specs or the features that it has to offer. The only saving grace on this smartphone is its camera. And for that price range, you can get a much better performing quad-core smartphone at the end of the day. So right now, the Karbonn Titanium Octane Plus is not a recommendation from our side at least. Now yes, the octa-core processor buzz is high right now, and every tech company is making a smart device for that. Sure, the Karbonn Octane did not fare well, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any good octa-core smartphones. So we compiled a quick list of options for you guys if you are looking to buy an octa-core smartphone, but we present this list in no particular order and you can make your own choices. If you are looking to buy an octa-core smartphone, then these are the options for you to look into. If you're one of those who are into looks, Micromax Canvas Night is the octa-core smartphone for you. With shiny glass finish that gives it premium look and feel, Micromax Canvas Night is priced at Rs 19,999. The dual SIM phone sports a 5-inch Full HD IPS display made by Sharp. The Canvas Night is powered by a 2 GHz MediaTek octa-core processor, ARM Mali 450 graphics and 2 GB of RAM. It sports a 16 megapixel rear camera that comes with OmniVision's camera chip and the M8 Largan lens, and there is also an 8 megapixel front-facing camera. Next on our list is the recently launched Panasonic's flagship smartphone P81. It runs on a 1.7 GHz MediaTek True octa-core processor. The smartphone sports a 5.5-inch IPS HD display and supports dual SIM functionality. The phone comes with a 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB internal storage and a 2500 mAh battery. Panasonic P81 sports a 13 megapixel rear camera with autofocus and LED flash and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. It runs on Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean and is priced at Rs 17,048. If you are a selfie lover, then Gionee eLife E7 Mini at Rs 18,999 is the one for you in the octa-core segment. The eLife E7 Mini features a 4.7-inch 720p display. It is powered by a 1.7 GHz MediaTek MT6592 octa-core processor and 1 GB of RAM. The phone's USP is the 13 megapixel swivel camera that can be used both as a rear or a front camera. It also comes with a 16 GB of internal storage and a 2100 mAh non-removable battery. Intex was one of the first device makers to offer an octa-core processor-powered phone in the country. The Aqua Octa sports a 6-inch 720p one-glass solution IPS display. It is powered by a 1.7 GHz MediaTek MT6592 octa-core processor and 2 GB of RAM. The phone sports a 13-megapixel rear camera and a 5-megapixel front-facing camera and comes with a 2300 mAh battery. The phone was launched at Rs 19,999 and now you can get it for as low as Rs 15,500. You must have noticed that many battery packs available in the market actually look like a storage device. So Kingston decided to make one that not only looks like a storage device but acts like one, and they named it the Kingston Mobile Lite Wireless.
In today's day and age, it's all about being connected, and also about having unlimited access to your favorite videos, music, photos and files from your flash drive and other storage devices anywhere you go. Kingston Mobile Lite Wireless allows you to do just that. It makes your Android and iOS devices access the contents of USB drives and SD cards wirelessly. In that process, it's also capable of charging your device, as it comes with a built-in 1810 mAh 3.8V lithium-ion battery. So it doubles up as a power bank and a wireless content sharing device for you. The design though doesn't feel right, as it looks fragile and longevity might be an issue. It also allows you to make your hard drive go wireless for sharing content. There is also a Wi-Fi pass-through mode, so the Mobile Lite can connect to your existing wireless network so you don't lose access to the internet while you're accessing files. Both the iOS and Android apps work similarly. The app's interface is clean and easy to understand as well. The file transferring speeds are not that impressive. You can connect a USB drive, a portable hard drive, your PC, SD, SDHC and SDSC cards with the Kingston Mobile Lite Wireless, as there is no internal storage of its own. Kingston Mobile Lite Wireless is available at a price tag of 4,000 rupees.
And with that, it's time for us to take a very small break on this episode of Gadgets and Gizmos show. But you guys don't go anywhere, because there's a lot more technology action coming your way on the other side.
Brought to you by Answer University, spanning decades in education.